Well, friends, I want to take a moment and welcome all of you, and thank you for taking time out of your busy lives to come to this concert tonight. Welcome to Valley Community Presbyterian Church. I'm Jim Cochran. I'm the pastor here at Valley, and I want to thank you all on a beautiful evening for coming in here and listening to some beautiful music. If you've never been to a Fridays in the Valley concert before, welcome. We've been having these concerts monthly for 12 years now, being able to highlight a lot of local chamber ensembles and the incredible music that they provide, while also highlighting some of our core community partners. Here at Valley, we believe that our faith calls us to action and calls us to serve the community around us, and we do so by supporting some incredible charitable organizations. You might have noticed that when you came in, there was nobody taking tickets from you. There was nobody collecting any kind of fee. Everything here is a free will donation tonight, and we hope that you will give generously. All 100% of our proceeds will be going to this month to Prism, which is our local food shelf here. You might have seen the paper bags that are in the back. We, being Minnesota Food Share Month in March, are doing our Pack the Pews campaign, where we are trying to bring in as much food as we possibly can to support Prism and help fill these shelves. You'll hear a little bit more from Prism a little bit later on in the program, but for now, I just want to encourage you to silence everything that is going on in your life and be present in the space and be present with this incredible group of musicians. So without any further ado, I want to introduce the Boom Island String Quartet.
Hello. Thank you all for coming. We are so happy to see so many friends of Boom Island String Quartet and new faces in the audience here. This is our 10th year as an ensemble, so this is our first concert of this season, and we're so happy to have you all join us. I'm going to introduce these lovely faces on the stage so you know who you're listening to. We have Alia Mishra on cello, Alex Miller on viola, and later we will hear from for some new compositions, so more to come. Maya Lehman on violin, and my name is Martha McDermott. That last set of tunes that you heard were fiddle tunes arranged by the Danish String Quartet. So just a little background in case you're wondering what you heard. That first tune was a polska, which is a Swedish folk dance, and for the folk dance nerds, accents on 1 and 3, not typical. The second piece was Five Sheep, Four Goats, which is just a lovely folk song, and that last one being Shine You No More, which for anybody who took music history was inspired by John Donlan's Flow My Tears, so maybe you heard that reference, probably not. We repressed that. Up next, we have Gershwin's Lullaby for String Quartet, originally written in 1919. And for many years, it was just performed privately amongst friends and beloved, and first publicly performed in 1967. So don't fall asleep unless you're the baby in the back. Those who are string players understand.
Hello. You can all hear me, which is unusual. If I don't have a microphone, you would not be able to hear me talk. Anyway, I'm Alex. I am the viola player, and I composed and arranged a lot of the music for the quartet. The next piece that we're going to play for you is actually the first original that I wrote for this group. We premiered it in 2018, 2022, 2022. It was supposed to premiere in 2020, and it was on a concert almost exactly 5 years ago to the day that was canceled because of an incident you might remember called COVID pandemic. So 2 days before our concert, we were told, nope, you're not having a concert. Anyway, this piece couldn't wait to get out of the gate, so it's found a permanent home on our Halloween show, and you'll hear why. There's a little blurb in the program insert that tells you the story of this piece, but just to recap real briefly, it's a little spooky. Imagine a dark forest and a fairy who is up to no good. So if you've seen the movie Pan's Labyrinth, it's a little bit like that, minus David Bowie. That's the Jim Henson one, never mind. Anyway, there's no David Bowie in here either. So, without further ado, it's not a happy piece. I've turned this into a stand-up routine, and I did not mean to.
Well done.
What an incredible first half of music that is. I'm so love hearing all the music, and I can't wait to hear even more. But like I said, all of our concerts, we take a moment in the middle to just be able to highlight one of our community partners. And given the fact that it is that is the month of March, which is Minnesota Food Share Month, we are so honored to be able to highlight one of our long-standing community partners who we have a long relationship with, which is Prism. The work that they do is incredible, and I cannot even begin to elaborate on it fully, so I'm grateful to have Teresa and Michelle here to be able to talk a little bit more about all the work that Prism does. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us, and thank you for partnering with Prism. I am Teresa Deming, and this is Michelle Ness, who many of you know as our executive director. And I am involved with our Shop for Change, which is our thrift store component. But I do have a lot of back and forth with the food shelf. But thank you for having us tonight. The key thing for us to convey to you is it's so important for us to deliver dignity at Prism. And we do so by trying to empower and uplift every person we serve in the community. And what we're seeing at Prism, like many other food shelves in the community, is that we're seeing about 500 visits a week. Half of that is seniors and children. And of that, 20 to 30 people a day are new to our food shelf. As far as the state of Minnesota, last year we saw 9 million visits to food shelves within just the state of Minnesota. That was up from 7.5 million in 2023, so a very big increase. And unfortunately, it looks like it will continue to go up. So we really appreciate your support. Thank you to anybody who donates to us and also donates to our thrift store. Thankfully, our thrift store does about $30,000 in sales per month, thanks to the donations that we receive. And that helps support our food shelf. So thank you very, very much.
You did a wonderful job. I want to echo everything that Teresa just said. It's wonderful to be here with such supportive and familiar faces. Appreciate the donations of funds as well as food for March and all year long. This is an amazing concert. You guys are so talented. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Michelle, for everything that you all do. So like I said at the beginning of the concert, there's nobody receiving money as you walk in. It's all free will donations. We encourage you to give generously tonight. Think of the incredible music that you've heard so far. Think of the work that Prism is doing, and try to think about what you might be willing and what you might be able to offer tonight. And there's a couple ways that you can give. There's a bowl in the back of the room. So after the concert is over, when there's a brief time for some snacks and fellowship in the back, if you have cash or checks, you can write them out. Checks can be made out to Valley Community Presbyterian Church with Fridays in the Valley March in the memo line. That you can give cash. If you are in a generation that does not often carry cash or your checkbooks anymore, you can scan the QR code that's on the back of your program tonight, and you can give online that way. And then additionally, if you would like to give in a more concrete way, bring some food by. We're happy to collect food here in the church. You can come by on Sunday morning or throughout the week and drop food off. Or if you have a food shelf that's closer to you, I encourage you to find your local food shelf and drop off food there as well. There are so many ways that we can give, especially when the need is high. So I encourage you to give generously. And as you think about how you might be able to give back, you get to have some incredible music. So without any further ado.
All right. My name is Alia. I play the cello, obviously, the largest instrument. So this next piece, we've been doing a lot of work on this piece, and this we intended to perform 5 years ago, March 15th, 2020. So it feels very fateful that we have this opportunity to play it for you today. It's called Fantasy Stook, and it was written by Samuel Coleridge Taylor, who is a British composer. He composed it in 1850 and dedicated it to his teacher. So there are 5 movements. Each of them has a different character, and through each of the movements you'll notice some cyclical elements throughout, and then there's a lot of beautiful and less romantic moments as well. So we're very excited to share this with you.
I'm tired now. This next piece we are very excited to bring to you. This is brand new, hot off the press, as it were, although we're reading off iPads, so there's no actual paper involved. This next piece is something that I would describe as atmospheric. It's very sparse compared to what you just heard, and it's supposed to invoke the imagery of the Northern Lights. So how many of you have seen the Northern Lights in person? Oh, good, many of you. I got a little bit obsessed last spring when we had so many opportunities, and so I was out at 2 in the morning a lot, driving to the middle of nowhere to go and have a look for myself. Maya sent us a whole bunch of photos from her family's trip to Alaska. They look different in Alaska than they look here. And if you've ever seen pictures of Norway and really want to go, that's where all the pink and red colors are. We get mostly green down here. So during this piece, I would invite you to use your built-in projector and imagine yourself visualizing these lights as they happen. There's a lot of mythology surrounded with the Northern Lights, and one of the beliefs is that you're actually seeing the spirit world. It's a portal to another dimension, and so they say it's what you're seeing is the spirit energy of the ancestors dancing. And so if different things come in and out of focus, I invite you to close your eyes if you would like during this next piece, reflect on those who came before us, the meaning of life, the nature of the universe, all that good stuff. The other point of interest for this next section, the middle part has some improvisation involved in it. So what the performers have in front of them is several pages of instructions and a lot of different patterns or ideas that they can choose from, and they will choose in the moment what to play. So this piece will in fact be different every time it is performed, but you get to hear it first, so you can say, I was there when.
We have a special guest for the next song. We invited him because we know he likes the Beatles and he plays the guitar, so. Yeah, you'll definitely recognize this one if you are a Beatles fan, and what else? I am not the Beatles aficionado of the group, so. Does anyone know what album My Guitar Gently Weeps is on?
Brian, do you know? It is the White Album. The album, I believe.
So yes, this is Brian Nelson, who'll be featured on this next one, and yes, hope you enjoy it.
Thank you so much, Brian. How about that? Brian Nelson on guitar. Such a beautiful piece. For those of you who are Boom Island String Quartet super fans, that piece felt much more comfortable for you, for those who have been to our concerts before. For those who are new to us, who are meeting us for the first time, we're an ensemble that tries to not just stick to the classical canon, but really push what the string quartet can do and make it accessible to audiences like yourself. So we are so happy to be here. We would like to thank Fridays in the Valley here, Kurt Wheeler on sound, other Kurt also with the live stream, Sue Ruby for having us, inviting us, for Valley Presbyterian. Yes, okay, got it right, for hosting us. And we also would like to plug Prism. I, in a former life, was a case manager. I see a case manager friend back there, and Prism has helped many a client out, so we can vouch that this is real work, this is good work, this is important work, and your money will go to help people who really, really need it. So please give them money. Anything else? We have one last piece for you. What? I actually did forget something. I wanted to introduce everybody one more time and give Alex a special shout out for composing such wonderful pieces for us. Thank you. Hours and hours and hours of work to bring this to you all. Hours that you don't get to see but really have paid off, and I hope you enjoyed it. We have Alia Mishra on cello, Alex on viola, and finale and muse score, and whatever's happening in the world of composition software. Google it if you're frustrated. And Maya Lehman on violin. My name is, yes, shouts for Maya. She was killing it back there. My name is Martha McDermott, and we have one last piece. No claps, no claps. I need nothing. First violins need nothing. This is a piece from Jessica Meyer, who's an American violist and composer. Her piece, Get Into the Now, the last movement, Go Big or Go Home. So we were going to go big and then we're going to go home. But first we're going to have snacks in the back. So you'll hear elements of funk, bluegrass, and some improvisation, question mark. Thank you all for coming out.